While many struggle through cold winters bundled in thick clothes or near heaters, the Inuit have comfortably lived in the freezing Arctic for thousands of years. With clever skills and impressive creativity, they've perfected ways to stay warm and safe. Today, you'll discover 10 remarkable Inuit survival techniques that prove just how resourceful and brilliant their methods truly are. On number 10, the design of their igloos showcases their impressive skills as Inuits cleverly use natural materials and physics to create warm shelters in extremely cold climates. Still, it might seem unusual that something built from cold snow can actually keep people warm inside. To understand this better, it helps to first consider what heat really is. Heat naturally moves from warmer areas to cooler areas until both reach the same temperature, a balance known as thermal equilibrium. Heat moves in three main ways: conduction, convection, and radiation. Conduction is the transfer of heat through direct physical contact, such as touching a hot stove. Convection involves heat moving through liquids or gases, like warm air rising above colder air. Radiation transfers heat through electromagnetic waves, similar to how we feel warmth from sunlight. When someone feels cold, it simply means their body is losing heat to the colder surroundings. Although snow itself is cold, its unique properties make it excellent at keeping warmth inside an enclosed space. The secret behind snow's insulating ability lies in its structure. Compressed snow, which igloos are made from, is about 95% trapped air. These tiny pockets of air significantly reduce heat loss, making snow a highly effective insulator. However, fresh snow is soft and unstable, so the Inuit specifically choose compacted snow from beneath the surface to construct igloos. Igloos are carefully built by cutting snow blocks and stacking them in a precise spiral pattern, creating a dome shape. This dome evenly distributes pressure, increasing the igloo's strength and preventing it from collapsing. The interior layout also helps manage heat efficiently. Inside the igloo, there are different levels or terraces that control airflow and temperature. The upper area, being the warmest, serves as a sleeping space. The middle platform accommodates daily activities such as cooking, while the lowest section traps the colder air, keeping it away from occupants. Another important aspect of igloo design is the entryway. The entrance is built lower than the main living area and connected by a short, angled tunnel. This clever feature stops cold air and harsh Arctic winds from blowing directly into the igloo, effectively keeping warm air trapped inside. Inside the igloo, occupants themselves contribute to maintaining warmth. Human body heat slightly melts the interior surfaces of the igloo walls, causing a thin layer of snow to melt and then refreeze into solid ice. This process strengthens the igloo walls, creating a sturdy and well-insulated barrier against the cold outside. Thanks to these thoughtful construction techniques and natural insulating properties, igloos can achieve a remarkable difference in temperature compared to the harsh Arctic environment outside. Research has found that while outdoor temperatures can drop below -40 degrees Celsius, the inside of an igloo near its occupants can remain comfortably warm, often around 16 degrees Celsius. This significant temperature difference makes igloos comfortable living spaces in extremely cold climates. Overall, the construction and design of igloos clearly illustrate the Inuits' deep understanding of their environment. By effectively using available resources, the Inuit create comfortable, warm shelters that demonstrate an exceptional example of practical engineering, environmental adaptation, and sustainable living. Understanding the impressive way igloos utilize snow for insulation, one could naturally ask as to why snow itself is regarded as such an effective insulator. The remarkable properties and various characteristics of snow explain why it is often called nature's best insulation material. Although snow feels cold to the touch, it effectively traps warmth due to its unique structure. Snow contains numerous tiny air pockets, and these pockets of air function similarly to home insulation, significantly reducing heat loss and effectively keeping warmth inside enclosed spaces. The Inuit take advantage of this natural insulating quality by adding an extra layer of loose snow around their igloos. This additional layer acts like an insulating blanket, substantially increasing the warmth retained inside the structure. Remarkably, a well-insulated igloo can remain warmer than the external temperature. To appreciate snow's insulating capabilities further, it helps to understand how snow forms. Snow develops when water vapor in the atmosphere freezes into tiny ice crystals. This typically happens when the air temperature is at or below freezing point. Interestingly, snow can still reach the ground even if ground temperatures are slightly above freezing due to evaporative cooling around the snowflakes, slowing their melting process. However, if ground temperatures exceed about 5 degrees Celsius, snow usually does not form or reach the ground. Although it might seem unusual, there is no lower temperature limit for snow. Snow can fall even at extremely cold temperatures, as long as sufficient moisture is available in the air. Typically, heavy snowfall occurs when air temperatures are about -9 degrees Celsius or warmer because warmer air can carry more moisture. In extremely cold but dry areas, such as Antarctica's dry valleys, snowfall is rare due to a lack of atmospheric moisture. Once snow lands on the ground, it builds up into layers called snowpack. Over time, weather conditions such as wind, temperature fluctuations, and sunlight can transform the snowpack. For instance, strong winds break snow crystals into smaller, denser pieces, while cycles of melting and refreezing change the texture and density of snow. Snow generally appears white because it evenly reflects visible sunlight. However, deeper layers of snow can appear blue, since red wavelengths of light are absorbed more than blue wavelengths. Snow can also appear pink or reddish in certain areas, known as watermelon snow, caused by algae that live within the snow. Additionally, snow containing dust or dirt particles absorbs more sunlight, darkens, and melts faster. Snow also affects the way sound travels. Fresh, fluffy snow absorbs sound waves, creating a quiet atmosphere after snowfall. In contrast, when snow melts and refreezes into a harder surface, it reflects sound, making noises clearer and louder. The familiar crunching sound heard when walking on snow occurs from friction among snow grains, especially noticeable at colder temperatures. The amount of water snow contains varies widely depending on conditions. People often assume snow has a water content ratio of 10:1, meaning 10 inches of snow might produce about 1 inch of water. However, this ratio changes significantly based on environmental factors. Snowflakes also differ in size, commonly measuring less than half an inch, but sometimes reaching up to 2 inches under ideal conditions. Snow can form into various distinct types and structures due to specific weather conditions. Hoarfrost is formed directly from water vapor in the air, creating delicate ice crystals on surfaces. Graupel, also called snow pellets, forms when snowflakes pass through moisture-rich clouds. Unique formations such as snow rollers, cornices, and penitents result from particular combinations of wind, moisture, and temperature. Snowstorms differ greatly in their intensity and impact. Severe snowstorms, known as blizzards, involve heavy snowfall combined with strong winds, causing very limited visibility and challenging travel conditions. Lighter snowfall types include brief snow flurries, short but intense snow squalls, and ice storms characterized by freezing rain. Clearly, snow plays a significant role beyond simply being a cold weather phenomenon. Its outstanding insulating abilities and varied characteristics greatly affect life in cold climates. Whether used by humans to build comfortable shelters or naturally utilized by animals for protection, snow is undeniably nature's exceptional insulator. Having discussed the significance of snow and the techniques Inuit use to cope with cold environments, the use of body heat emerges as another critical survival method practiced by Inuit communities. Human bodies naturally produce warmth, and effectively managing this warmth becomes crucial in extreme Arctic conditions. Inuit communities have developed methods to maximize this natural heat source to stay comfortable and safe in the severe cold. Families often sleep closely together to combine their body heat, significantly raising the temperature within their dwellings. Sleeping platforms are strategically positioned at various heights to utilize the natural rise of warm air, keeping elders and children who sleep at higher levels comfortably warm. This approach is practical, efficient, and deeply integrated into their social structure. Apart from human body heat, Inuit communities also rely heavily on natural materials, particularly seal skin, to endure the harsh climate. Seal skin is highly valued for its unique insulating properties. Its dense fur contains thousands of hairs per square inch, each trapping small pockets of air, providing excellent insulation against cold temperatures. These natural insulating properties often outperform modern synthetic materials. Seal skins are also waterproof and flexible, making them particularly suitable for clothing and household items. Inuit use: sealskin extensively for boots, gloves, parkas, hats, and even household items such as blankets, sleeping mats, and door coverings, which all help maintain warmth indoors. Additionally, seals provide a crucial nutritional resource offering meat rich in protein, vitamins, and minerals, supporting the dietary needs of Arctic communities. Despite the practicality and necessity of sealskins for Arctic communities, their use has encountered criticism from outside groups, primarily due to anti-seal hunting campaigns initiated by activists since the 1970s. These campaigns often overlook the critical role seals play in northern communities, providing essential resources such as food, clothing, and warmth. The tradition of seal hunting also carries significant cultural importance, maintaining links between modern Inuit communities and their ancestors' lifestyles. Currently, the distinctive qualities of sealskin continue to draw attention not only for practical purposes, but also in modern fashion design. Fashion designers incorporate sealskin into high-quality boots, gloves, hats, jackets, and home decor items because of its unique aesthetic appeal, durability, warmth, and waterproof properties. Each piece of sealskin is naturally unique in its pattern, ensuring every item created is one of a kind. Having discussed how Inuit communities utilize body heat and sealskin to survive the harsh Arctic climate, another important natural resource that they use is caribou fur. Caribou fur is highly valued in Arctic regions because of its excellent insulating qualities and versatility for making effective clothing suitable for extremely cold weather. Caribou fur has unique hollow hairs, creating thousands of tiny air pockets. These pockets trap warm air, providing superb insulation against cold temperatures. Inuit traditionally make clothing using 2 layers of caribou fur. The inner layer has fur facing inward to trap body heat efficiently, while the outer layer, with fur facing outward, serves as a barrier against wind, snow, and moisture. Despite the superior insulation it provides, clothing made from caribou fur remains remarkably lightweight and allows ease of movement, essential for daily activities and survival in the harsh Arctic environment. Caribou fur is extensively used to make several types of clothing, including parkas, mittens, pants, boots, socks, and wristlets. Parkas, which originated among the Inuit, can be double-layered for additional warmth, with an inner parka worn fur-side inward and an outer parka with fur facing outward. Fur from animals like wolves or wolverines is frequently added around the hood to prevent snow and ice from accumulating near the wearer's face. Mittens, rather than gloves, are preferred since mittens hold more heat and better protect against frostbite. Caribou skin boots, known as kamiks, are durable and extremely warm, yet remain as comfortable as soft slippers, allowing Inuit to walk comfortably even in deep snow. The process of creating clothing from caribou fur requires significant knowledge and skill. Traditionally, Inuit women are responsible for making clothing, meticulously choosing caribou hides based on their specific properties and uses. Thicker, stronger hides from mature male caribou hunted in the autumn are ideal for making durable soles for boots, whereas softer hides from younger caribou or calves provide flexibility for parkas, pants, mittens, and socks. Seasonal differences also influence the quality of hides. For instance, winter hides provide maximum warmth, whereas summer hides are thinner and more suitable for lighter garments. Preparing caribou hides involves careful and detailed work. After harvesting the animal, hides must be dried and then thoroughly scraped to become supple and easy to sew. Inuit women use specialized traditional tools like the ulu, a curved knife, to scrape hides. Sewing is done using thread crafted from caribou sinew, a strong fiber from the animal's tendons, which expands when wet, sealing stitch holes to maintain waterproofing. Inuit women traditionally handle the entire process of clothing production, from selecting suitable hides to sewing garments that fit precisely to each individual wearer. Their expertise and careful attention to detail ensure each piece of clothing is practical, comfortable, and visually appealing. These garments often feature beautifully crafted patterns created from furs of varying shades and textures, showcasing both skill and cultural expression. Despite modern materials gradually replacing caribou fur in many clothing items today, traditional Inuit garments remain superior in extreme Arctic conditions, and their craftsmanship is still highly regarded. Inuit clothing practices have significantly influenced global winter clothing design, particularly the parka, which originated with the Inuit. These garments continue to be widely used, including by researchers in Antarctica, illustrating the lasting effectiveness and ingenuity of Inuit clothing traditions. As Inuits attempt to survive the harsh Arctic climate, they also rely on one of their traditional methods, which involves waterproofing techniques. Staying dry is crucial for survival in freezing temperatures, and the Inuit have developed exceptional ways to achieve this using natural resources. Seal intestines, when properly cleaned, dried, and sewn, create effective waterproof clothing. This naturally waterproof material helps Inuit people stay dry and warm, protecting them against wind-driven snow and freezing water. The clothing made from seal intestines is lightweight yet strong, making it especially practical for traveling and hunting. Inuit hunters often wore jackets made of seal intestines during kayak hunting trips because the garments provided both insulation and waterproofing, crucial for survival on cold ocean waters. The process of making waterproof clothing from seal intestines is highly specialized and time-consuming. It starts with cleaning the intestines thoroughly and removing any membranes. After cleaning, intestines are rinsed in fresh or salt water, inflated with air, tied at both ends, and left to dry for approximately 2 days. Once fully dried, they are carefully cut into long strips for sewing. To ensure durability and flexibility during sewing, Inuit traditionally use grass or other natural fibers to reinforce the seams. Environmental conditions such as temperature, wind, and exposure to sunlight affect the color and texture of the finished material. For instance, intestines dried in very cold conditions become opaque and white, a type known as winter gut. Traditionally, Native Alaskan communities craft garments from seal intestines. The Inuit valued these garments not only for their practical properties, but also for the connection they represented between humans and animals. Inuit believed that creating garments from animals showed respect and appreciation for the animal sacrifice, turning its remains into vital tools for survival. Seal intestine garments are more than practical clothing items. They also represent significant cultural artistry. Different tribes and communities have distinct sewing styles and decorative patterns, often incorporating additional natural materials like feathers, caribou hair, or colored yarn into their creations. Russian settlers who came to Alaska also recognized the value of seal intestine clothing, commissioning specialized garments called kamliekas for trading purposes. The variations seen across communities highlight the cultural richness and creativity inherent in Inuit traditions. Apart from clothing, seal intestines have historically been used to create pouches and bags, ideal for storage and carrying essentials. These lightweight, waterproof containers helped hunters keep their supplies dry during expeditions. Such pouches are not only functional but beautifully decorated, often adorned with feathers, yarn, or other natural embellishments, serving both practical and artistic purposes. Today, the tradition of making clothing and items from seal intestines continues in various Inuit and Alaskan communities, symbolizing an enduring connection to ancestral traditions and the resourcefulness required for survival in extreme conditions. These traditional waterproofing techniques highlight the Inuit people's profound understanding and innovative use of their environment, ensuring their survival and comfort through generations. Having covered traditional Inuit waterproofing techniques using seal intestines, another essential element of Inuit survival clothing is their footwear, known as mukluks. Mukluks are traditional boots specifically designed to keep feet warm and protected in extremely cold Arctic conditions. Mukluks are expertly crafted from materials like sealskin and caribou hide, both of which offer exceptional insulation due to their natural properties. Caribou hide, in particular, contains hollow hairs that trap air, creating a highly effective insulating barrier against cold temperatures. Additionally, Inuit often leave an intentional gap inside these boots to further trap warm air, significantly increasing their warmth. This feature alone can add approximately 20 degrees Fahrenheit of insulation. Beyond their insulating abilities, mukluks possess other qualities that make them uniquely suited for Arctic life. They are lightweight, flexible, and allow for silent movement on snow, making them particularly advantageous during hunting expeditions. The soles of mukluks are crafted from thick animal hide, providing excellent natural grip and traction, even on slippery ice surfaces. Due to their exceptional durability and careful craftsmanship, traditional mukluks can withstand multiple winters of regular use, often outperforming modern commercially made winter boots. Historically, mukluks were originally made by Inuit and Yupik communities across Arctic regions, including Alaska, Canada, Greenland, and parts of Russia. The word mukluk itself originates from the Yupik term maklak, meaning bearded seal, reflecting the traditional materials used in their construction. While primarily designed for practical use, mukluks were also often beautifully decorated with elements such as beads, colored threads, or fur trimmings. The use of fur linings from animals like rabbits, foxes, and raccoons further enhanced their warmth and breathability. Breathability is an essential factor in Arctic footwear. Traditional mukluks allow moisture, such as perspiration, to escape rather than becoming trapped inside the boot. This prevents moisture from freezing, thereby reducing the risk of frostbite, a serious danger in extremely cold environments. The natural materials used in mukluk construction offer inherent water resistance, effectively keeping feet dry during long journeys through snow and ice. Today, the traditional design and features of mukluks have inspired various modern footwear styles. Brands such as Uggs have adapted the mukluk concept, emphasizing comfort, warmth, and durability using contemporary materials. Another example is slipper socks, combining wool and soft leather soles, borrowing from the comfortable, flexible design principles of traditional mukluks. In contemporary Inuit communities, traditional mukluks remain an essential part of cultural heritage and daily life. Their continued use highlights not only their practical benefits but also their cultural significance. Mukluks symbolize the Inuits' ingenuity, resourcefulness, and deep understanding of their environment, making them an enduring example of effective clothing design suited for survival in one of the harshest climates on Earth. Another critical traditional method used by the Inuit involves utilizing seal blubber for heating and lighting through special lamps known as kulik. Kulik lamps are uniquely designed tools essential for surviving in the harsh Arctic climate. Kulik lamps are traditionally made from carved soapstone, a durable material that withstands intense heat. These lamps burn seal blubber, a thick layer of fat found beneath the skin of marine mammals like seals, whales, and walruses. Seal blubber is an efficient and clean-burning fuel, producing minimal smoke or soot. A single Kulik lamp can generate as much heat as a 100-watt electric bulb, effectively warming an igloo and providing necessary warmth during the long, cold Arctic nights. Inuit strategically placed Kulik lamps inside their homes to maximize warmth, distribute heat evenly, and serve multiple practical purposes. These lamps not only provided warmth and lighting, but also were used for cooking, drying clothes, and maintaining comfortable indoor temperatures. The Kulik lamp was so vital that it became the central feature of Inuit homes, symbolizing warmth, safety, and community life. Blubber itself plays a crucial role beyond serving as lamp fuel. This thick layer of fat beneath marine mammals' skin serves several vital functions such as energy storage, insulation, and buoyancy. Blubber stores significant energy in the form of fats and proteins, allowing animals to survive without food for extended periods. Nursing marine mammals, like whales and seals, depend heavily on energy reserves stored in their blubber when unable to hunt regularly. Additionally, blubber provides insulation, crucial for maintaining stable body temperatures in cold ocean waters. Marine mammals regulate their body heat through blood vessels in the blubber, which constrict in cold conditions to conserve warmth. Moreover, blubber helps marine mammals remain buoyant, enabling easier movement and floating in water because it is naturally less dense than seawater. Historically, blubber was an essential food source for indigenous Arctic cultures, including Inuit and Eskimo communities. Muktuk, consisting of whale blubber and skin, provided vital nutrients such as vitamin C, vitamin D, and energy essential for survival in Arctic climates. However, the consumption of whale blubber has become increasingly concerning due to biomagnification, a process where toxins build up through the food chain. Substances like PCBs, harmful chemicals potentially causing health risks, can accumulate significantly in blubber, making traditional consumption risky today. Blubber's value also influenced global industries. Historically, the whaling industry heavily relied on blubber to produce whale oil, a primary resource for soaps, margarine, and oil lamps during the 18th and 19th centuries. Whales were extensively hunted and processed on factory ships, significantly impacting whale populations. Over time, petroleum and vegetable oils replaced whale oil, leading to reduced whale hunting and allowing populations to recover. Today, although commercial whaling has declined substantially, traditional uses of blubber continue within indigenous Arctic communities, preserving cultural heritage and practices. The continued use of Kulik lamps exemplifies Inuit innovation and their deep understanding of the resources available in their environment, showcasing their ability to thrive in one of the world's most challenging climates. Having explored numerous Inuit techniques for staying warm through clothing made from mukluks, sealskin, and caribou fur, it becomes clear that clothing alone isn't the only way Inuit communities adapt to extreme Arctic conditions. They also rely on staying active as a critical method of generating and maintaining body heat. Inuit people use simple indoor exercises such as repetitive arm movements, leg lifts, and lively storytelling accompanied by gestures. These activities help improve blood circulation and generate warmth. Routine tasks like cooking and cleaning further contribute to keeping the body warm, making movement an essential daily practice. Another innovative Inuit practice involves designing special sleeping arrangements inside igloos to maintain warmth during sleep. Inuit construct sleeping areas on raised platforms built from tightly packed snow. This design takes advantage of the natural tendency of warm air to rise, ensuring the sleeping area remains comfortably warm. These snow platforms are carefully covered with several layers of insulating caribou and seal skins, creating a cozy and comfortable bed. Inuit families often sleep closely together, further increasing warmth through shared body heat. Remarkably, temperatures within an igloo can reach a comfortable 16 degrees Celsius, ideal for restful sleep, according to sleep experts. The Inuit have perfected living comfortably in extreme conditions using simple yet ingenious techniques. Each survival method they've developed shows an incredible depth of knowledge about their environment, making their way of life truly inspiring. Enjoyed learning about the Inuits' incredible survival skills? Then be sure to check the next one, as it is more thrilling than this. See you next time.